Hello everyone and welcome back. In the real world, it's 2 days before Christmas, 23rd December 2016. But over here on the battlefields of Thuringia, it's the 13th of October, 10 a.m. I've just finished the 10 o'clock moves and other message calculations, so let's see how things have been going since last night. The first and the biggest news is that General Ruchel's men are in a world of trouble. You see Weimar right there, just a little bit east of Gotha, guarding that river line? General Davout's men, Marshal Davout's men, have crept up behind him. They have now interposed themselves on the Gotha Erfurt road, cutting off his escape. He's going to have to bugger off, or fight, or call for assistance. He has managed to get a message through, which will be shortly arriving with General Ruchel, who's over at Erfurt. Over in the west, Marshal Murat's cavalry reserve continues to march. Down here, we have Marshal Lannes' men marching northeast. And down here, we have the balance of Marshal Davout's force preparing to go overland here to Arnstadt, where he's then going to try to further engage the rest of these two corps. And bear in mind, these are two corps. The first, the three to the further west, belong to General Ruchel. The ones to the further east belong to General Blücher, and they're going off to Weimar. Down here, Marshal Bernadotte's men are patiently waiting at Saalfeld. What are they waiting for? Why, Napoleon. And he's over there. He's gathered around Saalburg with Marshal Augereau, who he was very happy to make contact with. They're preparing to follow that squiggly line of the Saal River over from Saalburg over to Saalfeld, in which they'll consider further action. They're also sending out a very small cavalry brigade in order to patrol north through Schleitz, up to Poznań, and back down to Saalfeld, because they don't know just how clear this section of the map is. It's one of the glories of the fog of war. Finally, over here, we have the poor lads of Hohenlohe. These men marched 20 hours, you'll recall, and are exhausted. Under these rules, you can only recover exhaustion if you spend 1 day resting. He's chosen to do so. These, however, are Marshal Soot's men, who are marching up through Plauen and are going to continue to try to trap him. He's on the lookout, so he'll see them coming, but they are coming. Up here, we have the rest of the men for Hohenlohe, and there's General Braunschweig's men. And of course, there's the lads of the reserve marching down. So we've got a fair amount of combat likely to transpire. We're actually going to get our first bloody battle, I strongly suspect, and we'll see whether or not the men of Ruchel's corps can extricate themselves from this very difficult situation. We'll see what the rest of the 13th brings, and hey, Merry Christmas.